Hey, Ronnie here. Welcome to part 2 of our epic adventure from Bremer Bay to Chains Beach. This is the afternoon of day 3 where part 1 ended. Enjoy. One tight track getting down to Reef Beach. We've already gone through the worst of it actually. So right now we're looking for a camp down at Reef Beach. Unfortunately we got here on the weekend, so there's a few people in here already and a lot of people are fishing for salmon. Apparently they're migrating now. We have found a camp spot and this will take the cake for the trip so far, even though yesterday's was really awesome. Check out this one. I'm going to use the existing fire pit this time. Get ready to set up. We're going to be here for 2 days, so I'll run you through our camp once we're set up, either today or tomorrow. Rightio, it's dinner time. I was going to show you the camp, but it's a bit too dark, so I'll show you in the morning. But for now, let's have a look what's cooking. So what are you cooking tonight?
Well, we are having steak and potato salad. So the steaks are nearly ready.
I think you had that in the last trip video too, didn't you?
Maybe.
And you're cooking on that thing we got from Coleman?
Yeah.
Sent us to try out?
Yeah, that's working perfect.
Yep. Cool, alright, we'll move on to what we're going to have, which is the highlight. Torval's behind the camera, I know he's going to mouth water over this because this is what we're sharing. We're going to have a roast tonight. This is a pork rolled roast. Plenty of crackle on here. And we're using the Weber Q. This is now my new favourite cooking thing. Like it was the camp oven. You can't beat a camp oven still, but this is awesome. It cooks it to perfection. So I'm going to get into that now and I'll show you how good it's going to look. Been about 45 minutes and turn it down already. Trying to put some spuds in. Potatoes for those people who don't know what spuds are. We're eating well tonight. In my opinion, I could not ask for a better beach to wake up on. this beach here is definitely in my top 3 favourites. Good morning and welcome to day 4. So this is what the camp looks like. So today Dan got his big tent out, or yesterday I should say. Torben's camp, my little camp here, and John and Brian's camp. And this morning, doing a bit of fishing. Torben's out with a spear gun. Brian's fishing right now. There's my rod there ready to go. Already caught 3 herring. None on camera of course yet. Dan's out snorkeling. So it's all happening today. So today we're only going to be doing a little bit of full driving on the sand dunes, which are over there, Reef Beach sand dunes, and we're just going to be doing a bit of recreational activities today. In my opinion, on these longer trips, it is great to have one of those days where most of the day you're just doing some recreational stuff, whether it's fishing or having a swim or kayaking, whatever it is. It just makes the trip a lot more relaxed. Well, we're waiting for the sun to set while we're playing around in the dunes. And our camp, where we just came from, is right over there. Now Brian and John decided to hang back because his tent's like an awning tent, so he didn't want to dismantle his tent. So we're just here to have a bit of fun, and as the sun goes down, this place is just looking more and more magic. Jeep!
What color?
Black!
Get away, you stupid!
After a good couple of hours of fun in the dunes, we then checked out the sunset and then headed back for some dinner. Day 5, and time to leave Reef Beach behind so we can stay on schedule. Next stop was Triton Bluff and then Beaufort Inlet.
Righto, so before we head off, just a quick message about, cleanliness around the campsite. Now we've swept our campsite, we all clean up. This is my rubbish for 5 days so far. And the reason why it's so compact and small is because it's all cans and stuff like that. And I don't overcook food, like cook too much. So I make sure I eat it all, bring snap lock bags, put it back in the fridge. That's another way to prevent having smelly food in here. Paper plates, you can burn those over a fire if you're lucky enough to have a fire. And on the subject of fires, make sure your fire is completely out when you leave. And if you're on the coast, use the seawater, put it out, make sure it's completely out. Also, when you get to a campsite, try and use the same fire pit as what other people have, and try and keep the fire small. Don't make a big bonfire. Keep it small, and you'll find that these campsites will remain open and won't shut. driving down this beach. I swear none of us planted this, but it looks like a message in a bottle. You can see there's no footprints. And you can tell it's been sitting there. It is a bloody message in a bottle. That is so cool. It is, man.
That is awesome.
Just open it. Do you want to open it? I'll hold this.
Does it have a date?
I know, look, it's all encrusted here too.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. Oh well. Let's see.
This is cool, man.
Let's see what we got. Ooh.
One.
So here's one of those unexpected things I can cross off the list, or we can cross off the list, because we kind of all found it. And it's finding a message in a bottle. Now we got really excited because we thought it had drifted for 2 years, given we saw the date 2014. However, it was only 2016, we just didn't quite read his writing correctly. And it had only been dumped off a cargo boat about 300 kilometers off the coast. So it had drifted for 2 months, and we have then found it. I then later confirmed this with the guy via Facebook. I managed to track him down. And he was quite excited when he found out we found the bottle, because it was the first one anyone's ever found.
Okay, we're back again, and we're gonna have to smash the bottle. Whoops. We're gonna take this with us, obviously. Roly they. Philippines. Just to prove we are taking rubbish with us. Pushka.
We have now officially left Reef Beach behind, and here's a little bit of video to show you how well that traction control works on that Jeep. We're now making a descent to Triton Bluff, which is the unofficial name for it. I got that name from Google Earth. There is a smashed Triton down there, and someone has named it Triton Bluff. So due to a recent storm completely eroding the entrance to this beach, we had no choice but to use these rocks, which turned out alright anyway. And those shoes I just threw out of my window, I will be picking them back up again. They just got underneath my pedals.
Keep it straight. Left hand down. Left hand down. Right hand down.
The right hand tyre, up you go. And yep, spot on mate, keep it on that line. Passenger side about to lift up now, yep. Okay.
You've now watched the vehicles from the outside and me spotting them. Now you will see inside Dan's Jeep and what he can see and what he can't see and why spotting is very important, especially in this type of off-camber, rocky terrain where things can go wrong.
Alright baby, let's make this look easy.
Right hand, yep, nice and straight there mate, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, now you're now contacting the rocks. Yep, up you go. Keep that line though. Keep coming forward. Okay, now, right hand down as you go up. Okay, this wheel's going to pick up now. Doing in one motion though, yep. Okay, turn all right. I want your back wheel up there. That's your side step, yep, you're up and over. Alright, you're right on the edge there. So as you come forward, turn a little bit to your left. Yep, towards south, that's it. Come forward. Come forward and turn right now. Turn right. That's it, keep coming. Looking good, your back wheel's going to lift up now. Alright, keep coming, straighten up now. Straighten up, left hand, to the left. I'm looking at my phone, checking the tides because I took photos of it. Should have looked this morning to be honest, but we're going to come this way anyway. What have we got here? 9:30 AM high tide, 2:30 PM low tide. So we're coming into a low tide.
Coming into a low tide.
Yeah, we're right in the middle now.
Yeah.
And we don't really want to go back up here because that bank we came down is not stable at all. You can't get a run up because there's rocks. And we are relying solely on an exit 2 kilometers down the beach. And looking at this, I'm not too sure how that's going to go. So we wanted a venture, we're certainly getting it.
Yep, I'm up the first bit.
We managed to get off the beach. I'll tell you what, it's bloody soft beach. I'm down to 10 psi front, 14 rear. I think the other guys were down to about the same. Torben even went down to 8.
Ronnie, have you made it up here?
Yeah, I'm on my way now, mate.
We're just going hearing back up.
had reached Beaufort Inlet at a reasonable time during the day, so we still had plenty of daylight hours to go. And we couldn't really find a really good camp, they all seemed to be taken, so we decided to push on to a place called Blackhead Beach. some of those tracks on the way there clearly had not been driven for a long time. In these kind of situations, a lot of the time you're better off just pushing through, because trying to reverse here is near impossible. You cannot use your mirrors because they're already pushed in, you can't see anything behind you, and there's nowhere to go really but forward.
Well, we certainly picked the overgrown tracks today. This is a good spot, by the way. The bad spots, I can't even get out of the car. I'm gonna have to cut branches by winding the windows down and hanging out. Well, hopefully we'll get to where we want to get soon.
And here we are with not too far to go, but that sunlight looks like it's going to beat us.
Alright, I've nearly done it again, gotten us here in the dark. Will it be the first time for you, Dan?
Yep.
So it's a good record for me this time.
Not bad. It's only one night so far.
Still got light. So
But we're not at camp yet.
that's right.
Setting up camp in the dark is not ideal, but thanks to my track record, we end up at camp in the dark a lot of the time. My advice to anyone is just get a lot of lights and you'll be fine.
Well, I thought it's about time I bring the secret weapon out on camera. It's a family-friendly show, yes. So all kids, please don't watch this section. So this is what we bring out. Nice special little case. There you go. There you go. Oh, you got your red cup. Oh, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, as well. All right. Just up there. And we had a bloody hard day on the tracks today.
I can feel a lot more in here.
You suck.
Well, we're being modest. Wait.
Only so yes.
Thank you, sir. Just about finished it.
Oh, cameraman.
Oh!
You gonna be
Cameraman got a double.
lucky cameraman. All right, cheers, boys.
Stole my
Cheers.
nose. Cheers.
Cheers.
Door's gonna hurt.
All right, down the hatch. You don't have to do all yours, by the way.
Lovely.
All right, let's cook some
That's
tea.
nice. Now the party starts.
That's it. Party starts. Welcome to day 6. Today, well, this morning it's been raining. Just started raining as we were packing up, so we all quickly packed up as well as we could. Just so happens to be the day we're going to do some river crossings, but I'm not sure how much this rain's going to bring. It'll be nice to get some of that salt washed off the vehicles. So this morning, no bacon and eggs, just a soggy wheat bix, and we're ready to roll.
Our lucky streak of beautiful weather had suddenly come crashing down. It rained pretty much all day.
actually on our way now to a place called Wild Beach, and we're going to have to air up for pretty much the first time on this trip. We're going to hit some bitumen, which we can't avoid, unfortunately, and the weather still hasn't let up.
Somewhere along the way, Torben had smashed into a rock with his rim, and with the lower tyre pressure it didn't seem to make a noticeable leak, but now that we're airing up, the leak is quite noticeable and Dan's taken his hammer to it. After being on the bitumen for a while, we're now back on the tracks, and along the way Dan started noticing some vibrations while he was in full drive, and it turned out to be a bit of an issue.
Unfortunately, Dan is going to have to make a move early, so he's cutting the trip short by, well, 2.5 days. Just don't trust the drive shaft now, eh?
That's it.
So we don't want him to lose that drive shaft on some dunes or somewhere remote, so we're going to have to say goodbye, and we're going to continue on. A couple of problems we have is, one, the weather. We're at is this Wild Beach?
Yep.
Wild Beach. It's blowing a gale. Anywhere you are supposed to camp, you can't camp because it's so windy. Can't have fires here either. Speaking of fire, anywhere west of Albany, which is only 100 k's that way, if that. 60 k's, thank you. It's burning. Someone lit a fire there, so all that's burning, so we can't even go past Albany. So we now got to advance forward and then work out what we're going to do for the last day. So we'll suss that out now.
Dan had lost too many bolts out of his drive shaft along the way, and all the spare bolts we had, none of them fit.
And if it is, it'll be underwater. Most of them more.
Have a good one, Dan. Nice to meet you. Catch up soon.
We then advanced to our next campsite. However, because of the advancement, we were stretched for time, and again, we were struggling to get somewhere before the sun went down.
Alright, we're at our camp. We're just going to cross this stream that's covered the track up. Fresh water, which is good. Get to clean our cars a little bit as we drive through it. And there it is, flowing out to the ocean. Bluff Creek, Hilton. Bluff Creek anyway. So we're almost at the end of our journey from Bremer Bay to Sheen Beach or Shane Beach. Not actually sure how you're supposed to say that. Over here, just running through what we're doing. So what are we doing here? Well, it's raining outside. Torben's behind the camera, getting wet, so I better hurry this up. So we decided to set all our swags up under cover, so we're not outside in the rain rolling up wet swags. And tonight, well, they've already boiled their sausages, and we're having. Can you light this up? That looks good. That's nearly done, folks. We're having roast beef. What is it? Roast beef?
Roast brisket beef.
Roast brisket beef. What does that mean?
I have no idea, but
Okay.
it looks good.
I'm sure it'll taste nice too. So this is our camp setup tonight. It's kind of feels like we're cheating a bit, but it works. So I'm happy, everyone's happy. See you in the morning.
We could all sense that we were very close to the finish line on our adventure, and we'd finally achieved what we set out to do.
Rightio, we finally made it all the way from Bremer Bay to Sheen Beach, or Shane Beach, correct me if I'm wrong, that's what I'm calling it, Sheen Beach. Back to civilization. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned for the leftover footage, and thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe just above their heads. Take care of the tracks and trails. See ya.
Thank you to all my patrons on Patreon. If you would like to support these kind of videos, just head to patreon.com/Ronnie Dahl. Thanks for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, found you.